Looks like we're going to find out some details, a greater degree of granularity, as Brett was putting it earlier at 4 o'clock this afternoon. There is a hearing with Judge William H. Pauley III presiding over it, and that's when we expect that it will be announced that Michael Cohen has reached some sort of plea agreement with prosecutors from the Southern District of New York, who have been looking into his personal dealings, more specifically with taxi medallions and loans that were taken out against those taxi medallions. Now, I'm told that this has been a fast-moving situation. There's been a lot of back and forth going on. I heard rumors yesterday that Cohen was looking at some sort of a plea agreement, and the things have been going back and forth today. We don't know what kind of plea agreement this might be, whether it's a straight-out guilty plea on everything that the prosecutors have been looking for, and maybe it's some sort of modified deal. We don't know, but we should have more detail on that within a couple of hours' time. Now, here's the other big thing that people have been talking about. Michael Cohen has been in a lengthy relationship, business relationship, attorney-client relationship with President Trump. And a lot of people believe that the reason why Robert Mueller handed this off to the Southern District of New York was to try to get Cohen to flip and then spill the beans on all of his dealings with President Trump. Certainly, we do know that Cohen recorded a conversation that they had about a potential payment to that Playboy model, Karen McDougal, which never came to pass. But what else does Michael Cohen know about the president that Robert Mueller might want to get his hands on? So this whole thing about Cohen being investigated and prosecuted by the Southern District of New York, many people believe comes right back to the Mueller investigation as a way of putting pressure on Cohen to tell everything that he knows about President Trump. So we'll see in just a little while, Dana, what some of the details might be. I'm sure that there's going to be a court filing on this deal, which means that we'll all get access to it. So let's just wait and see what happens. In the meantime, we'll try to get a greater level of detail before the court appearance and the court hearing starts.
All right, John Roberts, there's one last question for you. Lanny Davis, who was a longtime Clinton operative, has been Michael Cohen's lawyer. Deciding to advise his client, and maybe it's in the client's best interest to take a plea deal, versus somebody like Paul Manafort, who was on trial, who is trying to fight this every step of the way.
What's interesting to me about this is that Lanny Davis was very talkative in the early going after becoming Michael Cohen's attorney, and then suddenly went radio silent and was saying that he couldn't talk about this because it was all under investigation. It's likely that the reason why Davis went silent was because the prosecutor said, we've got a wealth of information on your client, pushing him probably to strike a plea deal. And when you're in the middle of sensitive negotiations for a plea deal, you don't want to be out there saying things that are potentially inflammatory, damaging, or could get in the way of some sort of a plea agreement. So we expect that people will start talking about this very soon.
All right, John Roberts, thank you for the update.
Thank you.